Brought to you by Penguin.
You Didn't Hear This From Me. Written and read by Kelsey McKinney.
Talk is cheap, but the price is high when it's true. Reba McEntire. Rumor has it, 1990. A note on gossip. I used to think that gossip was something I could hold in the palm of my hand and swallow whole. Gossip was a pill you were handed before a concert. An easy, if clandestine, decision to spend your evening a little happier, a little stranger, a little more open to the world than before. It was the fizzing excitement that rose in my body after 2 espresso martinis in a dark bar. Gossip could make or break a person. And even if that person was me, I loved it the way any good gossiper does. Wholeheartedly, with abandon, and to my own detriment. I have always been obsessed with stories about my friends' friends. Those off-screen, recurring characters who might have broken up with a girlfriend, yelled at their boss, or realized they had a secret half-sister. What I crave is a phone call that starts with, "You're never gonna believe this," or a 4-minute long voice memo sent with no context, or the electric current that seems to appear in the air when the person across from you at the table leans in and lowers their voice. Many people say they do not like gossip, but gossip is not as small as I once thought it was. Each day, my concept of it expands outward a little more. At its most basic, gossip is just one person talking to another about someone who isn't present. That means definitionally that prayer requests are gossip. Speculation in the media about which baseball team Shohei Ohtani is going to sign with is gossip. A doctor conferring with a colleague over an X-ray is gossiping about their patient, just like 2 friends sending each other Taylor Swift's posts on Instagram are gossiping. In modern parlance, we also say gossip when we mean slander, libel, or hate speech. We call celebrity news, calls from our mom, and whisper networks gossip. Even in scientific research, there's no consensus on what gossip means. We say we love to gossip, and in the same breath, we say that gossip is dangerous. Some form of gossip is to be found in every society. Children, who are supposed to be less influenced by cultures, gossip practically from the time they learn to talk and to recognize other people, the philosophy professor Aaron Ben-Zeev wrote in his essay, The Vindication of Gossip. Maybe we're born with that desire, and always have been. In his book Grooming, Gossip, and the Evolution of Language, the British anthropologist Robin Dunbar argued that conversation serves the same function as grooming in the animal kingdom. Just as one chimpanzee might pick bugs out of the hair of another to signify closeness and allyship to others in their community, so might a teenage girl lean over to tell her friend a secret, or a colleague bring you a piece of important information. If the main function of grooming for monkeys and apes is to build up trust and personal knowledge of allies, then language has an added advantage. It allows you to say a great deal about yourself, your likes and dislikes, the kind of person you are. It also allows you to convey in numerous, subtle ways something about your reliability as an ally or a friend, Dunbar wrote. The form of information sharing that we do as individuals today is how humans have done it basically forever. In order to survive as a species, you need to share what you know, to explain to one another where the berries are, where the deer are, and what time of year the river gets too high. This kind of information sharing is explicitly not gossip, in that it is talk about objects, animals, and problems, and not about other people. But we can assume that early humans would have needed to gossip to survive also. To decide, for example, who should go on a hunt, a group would need to discuss who was most skilled. Eric Howell, an American neuroscientist, argues in his article The Gossip Trap that gossip is more important in the development of humanity than just keeping us safe and fed. 50,000 BC might be a little more like high school than anything else. It's more like everything is organized by a constant and ever-shifting reputational management, all against all, Howell writes. Until we as a species began to create civilizations with governments and cities and money and writing, somewhere between 12,000 and 5,000 BC.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?